Traders, what's going on? Welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you're tuning in, hit that thumbs up button. Of course, if you are a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be live tomorrow morning around 9 a.m. Eastern Time, market time. Guys, it was such a slow day today. But, coming back and seeing this doesn't make me feel good. I told myself today, I'm out of here. I'm not coming back. And, it's always those days where you're so certain that the market does this thing to you where, it's like, all right, he says that he's gone. I'm going to make him have doubts. I'm going to make him have regrets. And then it gives this beautiful spike here, around 330 SERA. And then we had TNON, I believe. Yeah, TNON. I mean, this one was really incredible here. Just absolutely opening up and ripping. Quick baby pullback in here and just going straight up into a halt, resuming higher, dipping, ripping, pulled back. Really dipped nicely into the halt level down here. Let's see, highs of 192. We had lows of 94, 95, 96. Oh man, 95 bear trap. It pulls back one last time here, 97, and then erupts to 220 for what seems like a bit of a double top. And then continued, but bearish engulfing. And these are the candlesticks that you got to watch out for to not give back profits. Understanding it might be a little too extended and easing off, especially that we're coming into a trend line at 230. But man, I think if I was watching this, and this is how the day goes from a red day to, hey, I'm up 1K in the recap, These are the type of stocks, but, sometimes you're just not here. And, oh man, at this time, I had downtime, which is kind of the funny part. I could have checked in, but I didn't. And, well, they'll go with or without you, as we know. So absolutely beautiful move on TNON, and SERA seems like it gave some sympathy. This one pulled back into the 200 EMA area. No halts on this one, but pulled back into the 200 EMA, curled up, and, kind of went sideways from there. But yeah, for the stocks I traded, AMV, the resumption I tried, it wasn't the best resumption. It just opened up in this weird way with the price action. I wasn't too aggressive towards it, and I ended up missing out. The one trade I did take was a losing trade. I believe I attempted a dip down here and it completely flushed out on me. CRDO, or even it might have been a resumption trade somewhere there, but what we can do is check the archives at the end. CRDO was one of the more disappointing ones because I had it up one time. I'm going to take an entry in here and, it doesn't quite push. So I'm like, okay, it looks like it wants to pull back. I'm going to pull it up on my main screen because I had it on the monitor up above. I pulled it up down here. In that moment, it's up another 50 cents. So, looking away from level 2, I messed up. I messed up and I missed it. And it continued, and because you missed the first move, you then not sure if you want to buy it higher up. You're missing data from the level 2. I just let it go, and I tried buying a pullback entry around here, thinking it was done pulling back. That wasn't the case. Then I tried again, and then it just looked like it was selling off, so I stopped out, and that was it. SERA, well, we mentioned that one already. VLON was the other one, and it was a pretty decent move here on VLON. We took some pretty big positions, a break of one. We attempted 15,000 shares, but just not quite getting the follow through. It started with me trading this pullback here, and I botched the trades. My mindset was the problem on this stock. I gotta do a better job, and I mentioned this throughout the live stream, asking myself what is my risk to reward ratio. And I also need to do a better job being aware of the situation of what's happening, my surroundings. I need to be aware of my surroundings here in the market. This is not a $5 stock. This is not a $10 stock, and I should not treat it as such, right? And what I mean is in reference to the pullback, if I'm watching at a stock that's at $10, it starts to drop down for a pullback after being a little extended. we a lot of the times will not know exactly where we will land to the penny. The stock is expensive, it has range, it's extended up, and so we might pull back from 10 all the way down to 9, maybe even 870 before we bottom. There's no use in trying to overtrade the bottom, right? And so a lot of the times you have to just be patient. There are some other stocks where, we might be at $1.60, and it's quite obvious where the pullback should be, and you have it down maybe to the penny plus or minus 1 cent, and it's not too bad. So you can buy early and not worry about the stock just continuing to drop. That's the type of approach that I needed on this particular stock. I needed to be in a good area and give it a chance, right? Give it a chance. Just to, hey, this is my risk. What's the potential reward here? We're pulling back into a support area right below VWAP at the time around 82 and between 81, right? I'm in at 83, which is 1 cent a little too high for me. I feel a little uncomfortable in the trade. What I needed to do was be more patient, buy it right into the zone, and put a stop in place. That's what I needed to do here for approach. Instead, I'm gonna, get out, get in, get out, and before you know it, I'm botching these trades, and I'm in 6,000 here, and I'm selling too soon. It goes all the way up here to 98-cent breakout, or curl, red to green. 8 cents, 6,000 shares. What is that, like 480? 480? Let's do the math here. 6,000 times 0.08. Yeah, 480. So I missed out on a nice $400 trade. Even if I'm selling early and I come out with 280, let's reduce that and I come out with 280 alone. It's a much better start to this move. And when we get the pullback over here, I can be a little bit more confident. And so, when you're botching the trades, you're not quite aligned and in tuned, you start messing up. And so let's see, at 948, how did I do in that area? I can't even remember if I was in, and especially with any decent size. So 948. I forgot I had pre-market trades. So let's see. Looks like I waited. So 80. I'm in at 85. Low is 85. We got highs coming down 88, 88. So 85, 85. Let's see, 88 rather for the highs, 89, 92, 96. So you can see now. Well, and by the way, let's pull up the show trades. I keep forgetting I can just do this as well. Yeah, so I'm back in here, and I reduced my size because I had a plan to scale in. But every time I decide to do that, the stock just bounces immediately. It seems like that's the case these days. But anyhows, I'm in at 85. Well, okay, looks like I did add. So I added at 85.99. I'm in at 8. Well, these entries are all 86, really. 86, 3,000. And I add another 1,500 at 86.40. And I am out at 88. And it hesitated at, okay, remember, so it hesitated at 89. I thought it might have wanted to stall out. So I sold there. 88. I got back in. And then we saw the hesitation again. And then I think I was all out here. So I'm back in at 88. I'm going to try to attempt to scalp the area, but it's not going to really work out super well for me. So I'm in 6,089. But, this type of stock, it's like this type of scalping here is nonsense. Because while this could work and will work on a $5, $10, so as I mentioned, understanding my surroundings, and what it is that there's literally, this stock falls under a category. I need to trade as if I'm in that category and not mix and match the price ranges like a madman. It's simple what I need to do. And yet I still do this. Not, man, I tell you, sometimes, man, sometimes. When will he learn? When will a relentless trader learn? As I'm talking so fast. When will he learn? So anyhows, I'm gonna ease off here eventually because I'm like, okay, I'm just turning shares and not doing much. So I'm in it 90-40 out, for a small loss, and then this is where I kind of leave it alone And then you'll see my next entry is not until 96 as it breaks over the 200 EMA. So I'm in about 3,000. I made about, well, it looks like that's a scratch trade too. I'm in again, 6,098. And I wasn't willing to hold it in case we saw a flush. Was this a 9,000 share position? 3,000? Doesn't seem so, unless it's an add-on from one of the other trades down below. But anyhow, yeah, we're trying this area here. We're trying this area. It's not going. It's not going. Finally, I'm in at 99, 99, 99. It starts to go, but it doesn't erupt over the level. It's only a 1 cent gain, even if that. Then again, right here, we're just not seeing it. By the way, I know some people had issues with flattening 15,000 size. Mine went through no problem. I'm not thinking about this, actually. Yeah, so I'm in a couple times, in. It's not pulling away, not pulling away. And right here, when I exit this trade, I was up 130, 120, maybe on the stock. And it's not the most efficient trading. We didn't do a great job holding it longer. And I told myself, man, it's getting stuffed up here. It's getting top heavy. It's not pulling away. It might need a pullback. What do I do right after that? This nonsense. Again, when will he learn? I had everything here today to be up 1K minimum. It's like it's why trading is this crazy field, is because no matter how well you trade and how disciplined you are, there's always something that you did that you didn't really do as well as you could have. And we understand, because of the variables and the circumstances, at times you just will not perform to the level that you would like. But I said this multiple times before, I have the expectation of defying gravity here. And, for me, it'll mean that maybe I'm not going to be as happy as other people. But the standards are super high, and I expect myself to always prevail. And so I understand fully what that means for me. But, again, when I look back at this day, there's nothing saying that I should not have done better. So I think I need to continue to have that mindset, maybe until I'm older and I want to avoid the stress or something. But this is madness. 3,000 and it's a 7 cent loss. I'd never even had a 7 cent win, not even close to it. So much less if I was in here with 7,000 shares. Just, come on. 9,000 shares. Like, this is unbelievable. It shouldn't have happened, because I knew it was coming. I felt it coming. And after that, I'm like, you know what? I'm throwing in the towel. And that was VLON. A little disappointing to see candles close above the 200 right here, but then no follow through above the level. We came right back down, and if this red, and that's the thing, sometimes when you take these extra trades like I did right here, you kind of hope the market is forgiven to the point where it drops down 1 cent and then it bounces up, versus a flush and it's actually done. If it's a really strong stock, it maybe comes down a little, even if it comes down for actual pullback at the 200, maybe 95, and then curls back up. Can we see a couple of green candles, go like this, and then it's off to the races again, and then we actually get a pullback maybe over here above 1, and then later into the day we continue 140, 150. But yeah, the stocks that I really like to trade, as mentioned, TNON. Oh man, it kills me, man. It kills me. Like, it kills me not to see this early in the day. This equals green, guys. But it's all right. They'll go without you, and so we can't catch them all. We have to understand that there'll be days where we're out and about, or just not looking at the right stock on time. We'll be here. We'll switch away. Moves will happen. Part of the game. So hit that thumbs up. Not to ramble on too long. We'll cut it off here. It's been Relentless Trader. Check out those links down below for the Momo Pro scanner, the Discord, the Instagram, the Facebook pages. I am, of course, signing out.